Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Got a couple of new things today. Just a quick little video. I actually ended up purchasing, here I'll show you guys, LED kits for the interior of the car. So this is going to change out all of the halogen style yellow bulbs in the cabin, the license plate light, and then also the trunk light, which I'll show you here. So we got 8 lights. So here we got the lights for the visors. This is for the license plate. Sorry, we got one for the dome, the map dome, and then this is also the front 2 dome lights, and then this is for the trunk. And it's a pretty easy to actually clip these together. They're all readily available. I mean, all of them are on, so you guys actually, well, you know what they look like. They're not super great. So that's the one for the trunk in there. These are the 2 for the license plate. We've got this one over here, and then of course the 2 in the front, and then whatever's in the visor. So I'll probably end up plugging this camera up somewhere so you guys can see them. It's pretty easy, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the light that is in the trunk. So let me set this guy up here somewhere so you guys can see. Actually, it's pretty easy to see. So let me see, is this too dark? I think it's actually might be a little too dark. Let me adjust it. Okay, so it's going to be a little bright when looking outside, but we're not too worried about the exterior. I just want you to be able to see. So here is the light for the trunk. So what you can do is you can actually grab it, twist it, and it actually comes right off. And you can unplug the back. If I can do it with one hand. Oh, I can't do it with one hand. Okay. There we go. So we've got the light off here. As you can see, it's just a small little unit. So it's got a little plastic housing in the front. We'll pop that off. We've got the bulb right here. And you see right there, man, I need to get more light in here. So the bulb that we're looking for here is this one, and I'll actually put this in the description of the video. You guys can see exactly what kit I ended up getting. So it's pretty easy. It's super hot, so be careful when you do grab it. Try to cool it off a little bit. See if I can use my pants or my sweatshirt to grab it. It is pretty hot. Okay, there we go. So really easy. Pop it out. Put that in our little kit here. Plug in the new one. It's just like a 1-to-1. There's no, I believe that there's only one way that this can go in here. The other lights, there's a few other lights that actually do have polarity, so you got to be sure which side that you are plugging it in. So once that is it, we'll put this cover back on, rotate it back up. So it actually has like a little guide here up top that you want to be able to align with the hole, and then just kind of put it up in there and then twist. So see, hold on, let me see if I can adjust. There we go. That should be considerably brighter and easier to see. So here, this is what I was talking about. So it's got like these little plastic guides and a little hole right here. So we're going to align the guides with the hole. It needs to actually like snap in a bit. And then once it's in, just twist and it's on. And then just plug in the cable in the back. And this actually should, yep, there it is. Lights up like that. So that's pretty easy for that. No real hassle there. So now we're going to move on to these 2 lights right here. These are actually really easy. So you actually don't get them from here. You get them from the inside of the trunk. You'll see there are 4 clips here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy to get at. Just grab yourself any Phillips, I'm sorry, not any flathead, preferably a smaller one, and you'll see actually there's like these little tabs right here where you can put the screwdriver, push it, and it pops the tab right off. And so there's 4 of them, so I'm going to pop all 4 of them out. So that's 1, 2, there's one over here. Okay. whoops. Oh, not to worry about that. That's just a connected to a cable. Okay, that one's is it? That one's in there. All right. So now we can just move the liner, and it's pretty easy. It's got like it's I guess a built-in fold over here, which is pretty cool. So here we are. So these are the two lights right here. You got one light right there, and the other light right there. And it's as simple as just twisting. So twist it towards you. You grab it, twist it towards you, and you'll see it pops out, and it comes out, boom, and there's the light. Same thing for this one. Twist, oh, that one actually, well, you know, I guess righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? So twist this one away from you, pull that out, you got it. The lights that go on here are these two little guys. Now these actually have a polarity, so we have to make sure that we get it on the right one. So we'll know. We can actually just turn on the parking brakes just to check. So this one, let me pull this out. I definitely cannot do that with one hand. Oh, dropped it. I'm just keeping track of all of the bulbs I take off. Put that in there. Let's see if I can get this one with one hand. That would be impressive, wouldn't it? Nope, can't do it. That's okay. Now I see the struggle that all YouTubers have when they're trying to hold their camera and do things with one hand. And I always vowed that I wouldn't do that, but here we are. Actually, I might be able to just suction this guy up here and do some brains. There we go. I actually have this on a mount because I figured if I ever need to move it, I can just move it. Okay, so I've got right here, so this is the little guy. We're going to plug this up into one, plug up the second, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go turn on, okay, I'm going to go turn on the parking lights in the car, and we'll see if these turn on. Okay, cool. So I got lucky. Did not have to worry about the polarity. So I'm going to turn the parking lights off. It's pretty easy so far. I'll rotate these back in. Just push this back in and just replace the C-clips in those 4 locations. You got to be careful to push in. So this is what the C-clip looks like. You have to push it in from this side. Once it's in, then push the actual holder so that it clips it. So push in, and then push the button. Clip. Done. It's 1, 2. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, come on. Don't have this trouble finding the hole. There we go. Just counting to make sure you guys know that I know how to count. Alright, that's done. Trunk is done. Now we're going to move over to the inside. We've got 3 sets of lights. We've got the rear dome, which is this one. The rear dome, we've got the front 2 lights, and then the visor lights. And actually, this kit came with a pry tool, plastic pry tool. Not bad. It's like if you've ever taken off or taken apart a cell phone or anything like that, you're familiar with this, with how these tools work. So now we're gonna hop in the car. Let me see the best place for me to put my lights. Put them right here. And so we're talking about the 2 visor lights right here. So we've got these 2 visor lights, these 2 lights up here, and then the map light or the dome light back here. So let's see what it looks like. Let me see where I can, actually, you know what? I can install this upside down. Oh, I'll have to flip the video when it's, I'll flip the video when I'm done here. Because right now I can hook it up to the sunroof. I'll just flip it. Do I want to flip it? You know what? Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just hold it. Let me try holding it. And then if I need to, sorry for all the spinning around. Okay, so we're going to pop this guy off. I'm going to try to use the, so I can actually see that there's two places where I can stick this in there to pry it. So I'm going to try the top. Oh, well, all right. That was pretty easy. Again, super careful with these because they will be hot. Pry it out. This is what we got. That was in there. And we're going to replace it with these guys. Obviously, make sure the LED is facing out and not in. I think that goes without saying, but I said it anyway. Nope. I am clumsy. If I should just stick it like that. Okay. So, as you can see, that is not turning on. So maybe there is a polarity to that. Oh. And that is science for you. Ooh, that is bright. That is very bright. Let's get the clip. So now this is angled on one side, like it's rounded on one side and flat on the other. So just make sure you put it back in the right direction. That's pretty easy, and it looks good. I mean, it's hard to tell in the sunlight, but it's, you know, it's pretty bright. Like that is very bright. So that's this one, and the other one is going to be pretty much the same thing. So let me see if I can just get to it from here. Pretty easy to pop out. Got it. Get the right polarity. Nope, that isn't it. And you can tell because as soon as the two leads touch, it'll light up. So you'll know, like, if you got it right. No, cool. Easy peasy. Which side is the rounded? The rounded side is... Oh, no. It's actually... It's the... I was thinking to see if it was the opposite as the other side, but it actually points in the same direction. The light is actually on the same side, so they didn't, like, flip the side of the light. Okay, cool. So that's done. That's pretty easy. Now comes this guy, and I'm pretty sure this just pops out completely. Here, let me adjust the lighting in here on the... Okay, that's a little better. I'm having a hard time figuring out shutter speed and ISO for this little camera on the inside because it's so bright outside, but it's so dark in the car right now. But you'll be able to see it. Okay, so this is actually one solid piece, and looks like there's a few places where I could stick the pry tool. I can see the plastic wedges where it goes into the car on this side, so this is probably where I would do it. That would be my suggestion. So I'm just gonna stick the tool in there. Oh, yeah, actually that is correct. Oh, popped right out. Man, that is actually a solid piece of plastic. Like, that's pretty thick. Okay. Now we've got two lights here. Ooh, those. Wow, that is hot. Be careful with that. That is very hot. Okay. Those popped out, fell. Ooh, wow. Damn, that is hot. I don't know if you can see very clearly. Let me see if I can turn on light for you. So in there, you can see there's little holders for the lights. So we'll just shove it in there, see what happens. I will not, there's no way I'm going to be able to hold the light, the camera, and the bulb. That'd be like, I would be a superhero, because I mean, I'd have 3 arms. Well, I guess not necessarily 3 arms. I would have 3 hands. I guess that's also a superpower worthy. Yeah, if you think about it, you actually don't need 3 arms to have 3 hands. Because, like, what if I had 2 arms and 1 hand on one arm and 2 hands on the other? Or, like, what if I had 1 hand on one arm and 3 hands on the other arm? Anyway, I digress. So these, I don't know if there was a polarity for these. Both of them I clipped on first time and it worked, so that's easy to do. Now we gotta figure out how we're gonna put this back on. Looks like there are 2 tabs up top. These guys right here. Looks like right here. So probably get that in first, and then push it in from this side. So, like, let me see. Man, these are blinding. Okay. Oh, cool. Easy. So that's done, and we only got 1 light left, which is that light. And that should be, I want to say, probably exactly the same. So yeah, I can't feel any way to get to it from here. I probably would get to it from here. These 2 locations right here. Stick the tool in there. See what happens. Hey, I'm getting something. Yep, that looks like that's the ticket. Yeah, just like that. Pop right out. And this light is probably also going to be very hot. Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel how hot it is. I do not want to touch that. Pop this out without touching it. Oh, it's very hot. Wow, this thing is like in solid. Don't know where it went, but we'll figure that out. Last light. Oh, nice. So this is where the kit said that if this backlight doesn't fit, the metal tab that's holding the light in, you can actually bend it a little bit, which is what I ended up just doing. There's no real way for me to show you. Let me, actually, you know what? Let me see if I can. Okay, there we go. So let me show you with the light if I can. So, see how there's like these little metal areas, or this is what's holding the light in. So I actually ended up having to push this up against it a little bit so that it would keep it, basically just pushing up against it to keep it from moving. Now if it moves, I'll know pretty quick, but I think this will be okay. Oh, where's the, there's the dome. So put this side in first. No, this side in first. Oh, there we go. Just like that. All done. So that's everything. And it's gonna look so much better. The finished product, I'll probably take a picture later on at night. If you have a WRX, you know what it looks like without these lights. So later on tonight, we are actually going to a car show. I think there's supposed to be a car meet up north. It's supposed to be about like 70 some people, which will be really cool. So I'll post a picture of it in the dark so you can see exactly what it looks like. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helps you out. See ya.